Yeah, if you think about it, this is the way things were done until this was outsourced to the government, and it's been lazy to outsource assisting people to the government because there were private, like we've talked about already, private organizations, churches, all that that helped people in the community level and held them accountable and understood if they were truly needy or not. Now I see so many people getting help that it hurts them in that they don't progress further in their lives and go find the opportunities that they need to find. And an example I think of is during the Depression, the real one. They keep saying the late depressions are horrible depressions, but if you think about the Great Depression, that was horrible, and people got up, they put everything they had in their truck, and they drove to California or states where the opportunities are. And I've done that in my career as I've needed to find better pay, better situation for myself. I've had to move to different parts of the country to obtain that. And now I watch people who choose not to take advantage of any opportunity because they are getting enough unemployment to satisfy their needs, and then they cry for extended unemployment when that runs out.
Yeah, was it Ben Franklin who said that people should not be too comfortable in welfare? Or that's really bad paraphrasing.
They
Or
should not be made comfortable in their poverty.
there you go. And we've done a lot of that out of misguided compassion. Intentions were right and our intentions are good. Nobody wants to see somebody hungry or poor or sad, and it's a lot easier just to, I'll give you money. And all the federal government can do when you've got thousands of people out there is give them money. It's much more effective for the church or the charitable organization to say, oh, yes, if you can work here for the next 3 hours and hand out things to people, then we will feed you at the end of the day. We'll put you to work for a couple of hours doing something. And that gives the person a few hours of success and positive. They've contributed something positive to society, and they'll feel better about themselves. And they'll come back the next day and want to help for 4 or 5 hours. That's the kind of thing that local charities can do that a federal government simply cannot because it's too far away.
Well, and there's one other factor that's happened since the beginning of all these programs, and that is the interstate. I think we are a far more mobile society. Instead of packing up all your belongings, you're able to, just in the back of a truck and hope for the best. We've got the ability to travel all over the country and look for work and move around, and people change jobs and regions far more easily, and so we're far less connected to our communities as a whole. That is the basis of where charitable giving and the safety net used to come from. So though I'm not blaming progress necessarily, technological progress, it is a factor to consider. We don't embed in our communities. We don't live in our houses for the whole of our adult lives. We do move around. The fact that my parents say are in the same house that they were in when I was 6, is unusual now. It doesn't happen as often, and so I don't live near them anymore. I would have in another kind of economy and another kind of society, but we don't do that, and that makes it more imperative to embed yourself where you are so that you are able to identify needs, so that you do notice if someone is looking like they're slipping through the cracks.